Hi, Highland. Happy New Year. We hope that you are enjoying this holiday weekend wherever you are with family, loved ones, and friends. I know that we as staff are especially grateful for this day to be able to spend with our family and loved ones too. But we didn't want to let this Sunday go without sending you a message as we begin 2023 together. And so each of our staff has a word for the new year that we want to share with you. I asked them, what is one word that you think captures your biggest hopes and your God-sized dreams for our faith community? And here's what they had to say.
My word for Highland in the new year is essence. It's the idea that we are, as humanity, are created in the image of God. And I interpret that to mean that within each of us is this divine spark, that when we can tap into that spark, the essence of who we are, and we live from that spark, we can manifest love and effectuate change and justice in our world. There is a spark within our city in which our church resides. There is a spark in the life and vitality of our congregation. This spark, this essence of God's character, is something that in this new year, I hope that we will be confident about and humble about and ready to recognize in our own lives. May we tap into God's essence.
Good morning, Highland. My word for the new year is wonder. Abraham Joshua Heschel writes, as civilization advances, the sense of wonder declines. Such decline is an alarming symptom of our state of mind. Humankind will not perish for want of information, but only for want of appreciation. The beginning of our happiness lies in the understanding that life without wonder is not worth living. What we lack is not a will to believe, but a will to wonder. Sometimes we wish the world would cry and tell us about that which made it pregnant with fear-filling grandeur. Sometimes we wish our own heart would speak of that which made it heavy with wonder. Happy New Year.
Have you ever seen one of these expandable water toys? They're kind of timeless. They start out as this tiny, compact creature, and then after it spends a couple days in water, it can grow like 5, 6 or more times its size. That's what I keep thinking of when I think of my word for this year, replenish, to make full or complete again. I wonder how we might expand as we begin this year, Highland. How can we surround ourselves with life-giving practices in nutrient-dense waters? And it's no wonder that after the past few years, we might be feeling a little diminished. I hope we feel permission to reclaim some space and replenish in our relationships, in our rituals, and our risks. I can't wait to see how we grow this year. And I want to leave you with a prayer from Moses in Deuteronomy 1:11. May the Lord, the God of your ancestors, increase you 1,000 times and bless you as God has promised. Amen.
My word for Highland in the new year is breathe. Did you know that the biggest mistake that new swimmers make is they hold their breaths underwater and try to keep pushing through without coming up for air? But the best swimmers and the fastest swimmers learn to maintain this steady rhythm of inhaling and exhaling. And I think that same tendency could be true for us as the church. But we can only hold our breaths and keep pushing through for too long before we run out of air. If we are going to keep making strides in the work of justice and love that God is calling us toward, we've got to learn how and when to inhale and exhale so that we can continue to be the people God is calling us to be. As Mary Oliver once said, breathe it all in, love it all out. May that be true for us.
Highland, my word for us this year is nourish. To be nourished is to have what is needed to sustain life. It's the things that make for wholeness in your mind, your body, and your spirit. After a long season of intensity, I think we need some nourishment. Not just from one another, not just from rhythms and routines and good practices. We need to be open to the nourishment of God. I don't want us to think of the word nourish as self-improvement or about fixing things or about striving. But I want us to think about nourishment as the things that we receive into ourselves that make for wholeness and that make for healing, and carry those with us throughout the new year.
Highland, my word for us in 2023 is community. Whether it involves deepening communities within our sacred space that already are meaningful to us, like a Bible study or a Wednesday night supper or a ministry group, or whether it is inviting new people into our walls as part of our greater community of love in this place, or whether it's about taking our community out into the rest of the world of Louisville and beyond, and bringing our love out to the community. I hope that community can be a word that really centers us in the new year and beyond.
Good morning, Highland. For my New Year's greeting, I've chosen the word choose. I invite you to choose along with me. I choose the comfort my faith brings me in struggle and grief. I choose the prophetic challenge to do justice, even if it makes me uncomfortable. I choose loving kindness as my guide in working with others. I choose to accept God's forgiveness when my life doesn't always match my choices. Happy New Year, Highland.
Highland, wherever you are on this first day of 2023, we as your staff want you to receive this blessing for the new year. And so pause for a moment and take a big, deep breath with us. Inhale and exhale. Allow yourself to lean into the wonder and hope and possibility and new beginnings of this year and all that it holds for us. May you discover new ways to nourish your soul and to replenish your spirit so that you can live out of the essence of who God is continually creating you to be. Choose how and in what ways you will do that, and who will be the community to walk alongside you in your journey. Friends, as we begin this new year, may God's love surround you. May Christ's mercy astound you, and may the Spirit abound in you, so that this year, 2023, you might learn to live into the fullness of the God who is with you always. Amen. And Happy New Year.
3, 2, 1. Happy New Year, Highland!